Ever wondered how your favorite crypto exchanges play by the rules, especially with new regulations popping up around the globe? Well, today we're diving deep into one of the big players, Gemini, and exploring how they're navigating the latest European crypto framework, MiCA. Think back to the Wild West days of crypto, exciting, maybe a little chaotic, and definitely lacking a universal set of guidelines. As digital assets have matured and become more mainstream, governments worldwide have started to step in, aiming to provide clarity, protect consumers, and ensure market integrity. The European Union's Markets in Crypto Assets Regulation, or MiCA, is one of the most comprehensive and ambitious attempts to bring order to this evolving landscape. So, what exactly is MiCA? Imagine a unified rulebook for crypto asset service providers, CASPs, operating within the EU. It covers everything from who can offer crypto services to how they must safeguard your assets, the information they need to provide, and the capital they need to hold. This isn't just a suggestion, it's a legally binding framework designed to create a level playing field and foster trust in the crypto space. Now, let's bring Gemini into the picture. Founded by the Winklevoss twins, Gemini has always positioned itself as a regulated and compliant platform. Their tagline, "Crypto Built for Trust," isn't just marketing, it reflects a core philosophy of engaging with regulatory bodies and striving for high standards. This proactive approach makes their engagement with MiCA particularly interesting. One of the key aspects of MiCA is the licensing and authorization process for CASPs. To operate within the EU, crypto exchanges like Gemini will need to obtain authorization from a relevant national authority within the EU. This process involves demonstrating compliance with a wide range of requirements, from robust security measures and anti-money laundering (AML) protocols to clear operational procedures and adequate capital reserves. Given Gemini's existing focus on compliance in other jurisdictions, they likely have a head start in preparing for MiCA's demands. They've already navigated complex regulatory landscapes in the United States and other regions, building the infrastructure and expertise needed to meet stringent requirements. This experience could prove invaluable as they seek authorization under MiCA. Another significant pillar of MiCA is the focus on consumer protection. The regulation mandates that CASPs provide clear, comprehensive, and non-misleading information to their users. This includes details about the risks involved in crypto trading, the fees associated with services, and the rights of the users. Gemini, with its emphasis on transparency and user education, aligns well with this principle. Their platform already provides a wealth of information and resources for users, which could be further adapted to meet the specific disclosure requirements of MiCA. MiCA also addresses the crucial area of market integrity. It includes provisions to prevent market manipulation, insider trading, and other illicit activities. CASPs will be required to implement surveillance mechanisms and report suspicious transactions. Gemini's existing AML and KYC, Know Your Customer, procedures, which are already quite rigorous, will likely form a strong foundation for meeting these requirements under MiCA. Furthermore, MiCA introduces specific rules for stablecoins, a segment of the crypto market that has faced significant scrutiny. Issuers of stablecoins will need to be authorized and will be subject to capital requirements and operational rules. Gemini has its own stablecoin, GUSD, which is pegged to the US dollar. As MiCA's stablecoin framework comes into effect, Gemini will need to ensure GUSD's compliance with these new rules for it to be offered within the EU. This could involve adjustments to its issuance and reserve management practices. The implementation of MiCA will be a phased process, with different parts of the regulation coming into effect at different times. This gives crypto firms like Gemini time to adapt and ensure full compliance. However, the scale and breadth of MiCA mean that it will require significant effort and investment. Gemini will need to dedicate resources to understanding the intricacies of the regulation, updating their systems and processes, and engaging with regulatory authorities. One of the potential benefits of MiCA for compliant platforms like Gemini is a clearer and more harmonized regulatory environment across the EU. Currently, crypto regulations vary significantly between member states, creating a fragmented market. MiCA aims to create a single rulebook, which could reduce complexity and compliance costs for firms operating across the bloc. This could allow Gemini to expand its services within the EU more efficiently. However, MiCA also presents challenges. The detailed requirements and the need for authorization could create barriers to entry for smaller or less established players. For larger platforms like Gemini, the challenge lies in the operational adjustments and the ongoing compliance burden. Ensuring continuous adherence to MiCA's provisions will require robust internal controls and monitoring. The global implications of MiCA are also worth considering. As one of the first comprehensive regulatory frameworks for crypto, it could serve as a blueprint for other jurisdictions around the world. How established players like Gemini navigate MiCA will be closely watched by regulators and the industry alike. Their approach could influence the development of crypto regulations globally. It's also important to remember that the crypto landscape is constantly evolving. New technologies and use cases emerge frequently, and regulations need to be adaptable to keep pace. While MiCA is a significant step forward, it will likely need to be reviewed and updated over time to remain relevant and effective. Gemini's ongoing engagement with regulators and their willingness to adapt to change will be crucial in this dynamic environment. So, where does this leave Gemini in the context of MiCA? Their historical focus on compliance and their experience in navigating other regulatory frameworks suggest they are well positioned to meet the requirements of MiCA. Their commitment to transparency and user protection aligns with the core principles of the regulation. However, the devil is always in the details, and the actual authorization process and the ongoing compliance obligations will present their own set of challenges. Ultimately, MiCA represents a significant step towards mainstreaming crypto in Europe. By providing a clear regulatory framework, it aims to foster greater trust and encourage wider adoption. For platforms like Gemini, compliance with MiCA isn't just a legal obligation, it's an opportunity to further solidify their reputation as a trusted and reliable provider in the digital asset space. Their journey through the MiCA landscape will be a key indicator of how established crypto firms are adapting to this new era of regulation. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.